Hi, it's me, Wyatt, the boy,
And me, Clem, the lobster.
and you're listening to The Lobster and His Boy, in which we were rereading the Chronicles of Narnia in publication order. In this fun bonus episode, we've got some visual parts, so I hope you're watching as well. If not, we will do our best to describe what others may possibly be seeing. And that is our ranking of the Narnia book covers. We're going to give, not ranking really, but we're going to give our favorite book cover of each book. And I've got a whole compilation here of every book cover that I could find anyway in different languages and different publications. There were quite a few, so I hope you're gonna stick around. I'm gonna take these lobster claws off my pinky.
Yeah, I'm getting sweaty.
Of course, we're gonna go in publication order. So we're gonna start with The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and I've got the French covers up first, which are quite small in the PDF. He's quite regal here, this Aslan man in the original French cover. He's kind of standing up with his hands on this sword here with a big old cape. And I'm like, who is that? Is that Lucy? On a cliffside? With a bird soaring through the sky. And the other French one is also very imposing.
Oh,
Like
I didn't talk about the first one.
Yeah.
The first one had me goofed. I had to turn the brightness up because I realized it's upright Aslan with his hand on the hilt of the sword,
like holding the sword.
as if he's just like Arthur.
Like, did he kill the witch with the sword in the French version?
Why would a lion need a sword?
Because he's not just a lion, he's Aslan. Aslan.
Yes, but in the second one, he's giving more of a camel kind of energy.
Yeah, he looks ripped. He looks ripped.
That's a thick, beefy Aslan.
Mm-hmm. I don't really love either of these covers particularly.
No.
The next one we're moving on to, I should have researched more. I should have gotten the years of all of these different publications, but that would have been a lot. It would have been a lot. So I don't have all of that. But this, I think, already I'm gonna say it takes the cake for me of the covers.
Mm-hmm.
This book set is this cover set, so we're gonna be seeing this one a lot.
Yeah. This set was gifted to me by my friend Kyle. Thanks, Kyle. A long time ago. It was his childhood set, and I always thought it was very sweet that he gave it to me and entrusted me with it. And obviously, I've taken good care of it and loved it a lot. I look at it and I'm like, yes, I can see the inspiration for Tilda. Like, that is.
Oh yeah.
A really good reference photo. For how they designed her character, and it's very spooky. It's very, yeah.
Yeah, I really like it. It's like that moment when Edmund comes and she's not the same nice lady that she was before. Like, that's the moment that they put on the cover of the book. So she's definitely the witch right here, and I really like it. But the next one is quite warm, and I don't know if it's just like an aged scan or something, but it's the four of them, and they're like at Cair Paravel with Aslan walking, and it's just kind of happy, nice times.
Yeah. It looks like a copy you'd find at a beach house.
Yeah.
That smells really old and musty, which I love. But
I like that little framing around the image. There's kind of like a wispy gold, like a wind almost. It's interesting.
Yeah, the castle is. I know that it's supposed to be Cair Paravel, but like it isn't really giving that.
It's like basic castle.
Yeah, yeah.
It's only a model. Like,
it's very that.
Yeah. But I like Aslan. I like that he's walking on all fours. I know that it's canon that he walks on 2 feet, but imagining an animal walking on 2 feet, like, but then also like just being an animal, he's described as being a lion and being wild, no, not wild, but not tamed. And like, so he wouldn't be walking around on 2 feet holding a sword.
And I think, well, and yeah, and like, how are they going to pet his mane if he's standing up all the time? And this is a good mane. This looks like
This one is fluffy.
like a nice, just like.
Mm-hmm.
But then this next one, so far,
70s.
yes. But I was gonna say this one so far is probably my favorite because it's simple. It doesn't. You don't need. I don't know. I feel like everything else is like it's not focusing on the point. And like what really the point of the story is these 4 children in these coats walking through the snow,
Right.
like that, or like
And it's got the doors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got the wardrobe doors. It's got the leading into the woods. Like I feel that is the marketing like pitch
Yeah.
for the story. Because like
Yeah.
the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. There's the witch.
Yeah, and
But-
this one has the one that I think is my favorite. It also has the doors. It's a little fuzzy on this rendering, but you can see like the doors, and it kind of looks like it's carved out of wood. But I really do like how dynamic this is. It's giving 70s, but it's really fun.
And
And it's kind of scary, like the shot of it with the shadows, and they're all looking forward in awe, and it looks like the Lucy character is looking back through the doors at the oh, maybe not. No, maybe not. They're all just looking around. I take it back. Take it back.
it's hard to tell, but the
Yeah.
fact that the the doors are so simple and everything else has so much detail is
It's really nice.
it's fantastic, and also a little subtle hint into how amazing Narnia is. Did you notice? So there's a moon up above. Did you notice how many dots are above that moon? Out of curiosity.
7. I see 7.
Hmm.
That's cool. 7 stars. I wonder if there was like more. How many? We don't meet 7 stars, do we? I don't think so. I think we only meet like 3 or 4. Like Ramandu, his daughter, the guy on the island. What was his name? With the editing Wyatt. Put his name here.
Gilliakin.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking, 7 books, but then
Oh yeah, that's probably what it is.
that, and also I was like, how many friends of Narnia are there? Are there 7 of them? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
the 7 Friends of Narnia.
Bam!
Even though there should be 8, because Susan is a friend of ours.
How do you solve a problem like Susan?
This next cover is giving Bedknobs and Broomsticks 100%. It says like it's dynamic in a different way. The text is like whoosh, whoosh. It's like sloping down the mountain, and they're riding. It's
A
that
never-ending
moment-
story.
Yeah, it's that moment of Susan and Lucy on Aslan's back post-resurrection when he's running to the witch's castle. And you can see the witch's castle there, which I remember it's described as being all spikes, very barbaric, kind of. And in this, it's quite beautiful. This is Elsa's castle. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, but it's wicked, and Elsa is the White Witch.
Oh no!
And it's Adina Menzel.
It's actually
It's
pronounced
Adele
Adele. This is exactly what I just said. What the fuck?
Yeah.
This is 3/4 of the way, if not towards the end of the story. No, like
No.
which is funny because the next one we're going to talk about, I actually think that one is delightful and lovely. Which again, but like it still is.
I think it's that same moment. It's just before that moment.
Yeah, it's just like no, it's not about 2 girls and a lion.
And this next one that they're talking about is actually my childhood copy.
It's very cute.
They're quite thick paper. Like it's kind of a plasticky paper, so they have held up really, really well. Yeah, they're not my favorite. I never really enjoyed the book covers, although I did enjoy the books. And yeah, it's that celebratory moment post resurrection. Like that's not what you should be putting on the book. You put the White Witch, potentially like the crux of the issue, or like the moment of the magic when they go through the wardrobe. I really like that. And then we've got the next one. There's I think the most for Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. I've got the Chinese
This one's
publication.
cool.
This one is cool. It's kind of
She's
a-
giving Ghosts of Christmas Past.
yeah. This is also like kind of just what I was talking about. You've got Lucy going through the wardrobe door in the bottom corner, kind of Coraline vibes, and then you've got the White Witch on her sleigh, and
yeah.
the winter of Narnia, and there's the cool silhouette of Aslan, and I think that must be the 4 children with a horse behind them, which is just, I don't know where the horses are, but this one's cool. I like it.
Horsing around.
I do like it. And
Scroll too far.
oh, this is another Chinese publication.
This
and
one's fucking cool.
yeah, of the White Witch versus Aslan. This one is
I'm okay with this.
yeah,
I like this
is
a lot.
fun. Lion, the witch, like this is the big battle is between them, and the kids just come in, and Dorothy, they save the day.
Well, not only that, the way that it's not the fact that it's like a third
Yeah,
split,
it's more Aslan than it is White Witch.
and the colors, and for those of us who know that spoilers, and the final story, like this, the way that the door was so definitively shut on everything that's
Right.
cold and frozen and dark, that's what it's making me think of. That's pretty cool. It's simple, but the lion doesn't look very liony. It has more of a human.
Yeah, there is some human. I was just thinking that there's a. It is a lion for sure, but there's something about it that is feeling more human. I kind of like that. Moving on to the next one.
Yeah, there's a lot of these.
We've got this is my boyfriend's copy. This is all his sets.
I thought you were saying this is my boyfriend.
No, oh my god. All his copies are this illustration set, and they're so cute. I think I might have some favorites of this set along the way. And this is like that moment that C.S. Lewis thought of and made Narnia from. The fawn,
The picture.
Yeah, the fawn walking through the snow with the packages under his arm. Like,
I also approve this.
this one is good. I think this one takes second place, maybe. Not that we're giving out second places. But
Nah, fuck
this
it. Let's
one-
do it.
I don't want to have to rank all of it, but we'll give out a second place.
We can. Well, for the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I mean, how many more are there?
For Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe,
Mm-hmm.
quite a few. No, I don't know. Maybe like 4 more.
Yeah. Well, this next one, I love this one a lot.
This one is also really great. It's still that same moment, I think, Susan and Lucy riding the lion, but the way that it's like circled around.
Yeah, it's like a
with the
Grecian
fawns.
pottery.
Yeah. It's a story
Bless
for
my
children.
soul, they are on a roll, riding on a lion, and they're gonna say the show.
We've got another one that's very green, which is cool, and it's the end moment, Aslan getting the White Witch.
Yeah, spoilers.
Yeah, literally just a big spoiler. It's cool. It's giving King Arthur. This one feels like it's pointed towards like the King Arthur.
The person in the
crowd.
background is like with
Yeah,
the
with the-
spear.
Mhm.
It's intense. And then the one next to it is giving yearbook photo / like royal
Yes.
family.
Yeah, they're all standing for a picture in the wardrobe door, it seems.
And the
But,
witch
like,
is like,
yeah, in the back.
she's
Angry.
the colors are lovely. It's
It's
giving
like a children's
scholastic.
book,
Yes,
yeah.
Scholastic Book
Oh,
Fair.
it's got. I can see at the bottom the little scholastic red.
Yeah.
It's cute.
We love a little Scholastic Red.
And then we've got a boo. This is our first
Boo.
boo. It's the
Boo.
movie cover. Boo. Nobody
Oh,
wants a movie cover. Nobody
no.
wants a movie cover.
No, but I will say his snoot does
This
look.
is- yeah.
Aslan's snoot looks very like, yeah, a good scruff.
And then this one, is this them crying in Aslan's mane before he dies? Is this them crying in his mane post-death? Like, what is this moment? This is,
There's too much eye contact
yeah,
happening.
I don't like that one.
Why is he looking at me like I did something wrong?
No, we're going to move past that one. This one is an ebook. I swear. This is an ebook publication. It's like all of these thin
cool.
layers with the lion, but it also kind of looks like a tiger. The snowflakes. Like, it's
This
fun.
one also passes my mark of, yeah, like it's enough. Just giving you Ice Castle, like it's fine. Like it's vague enough that I don't know. I think that it
Right.
draws you in.
Draws you in without being a spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
This next one seems like a kid's book version, which is quite cute. I love a fun kid's book illustration. So,
Yeah.
and Lucy's blonde.
Yeah, and
And
Edmund.
has got red hair.
Edmund. Yeah, it looks like the kids illustration version. Speaking of like Aslan having a weird shaped head, the one that's right after the pocket edition.
Yeah, weird shaped mane. It's like flying out like he's possessed. Like this is kind of a scary Aslan. I don't want this Old Testament.
It's giving God in the clouds.
Mm-hmm.
Arthur. Peter. King of Narnia.
And this next one has this white space. It's kind of interesting. I wouldn't have expected white space like that in a cover. And like it looks like they're at a lion exhibit and he's putting his paw up to come say hello, but then also there's two kids that are in behind the lion, which doesn't really make sense. I don't know. This one's weird.
This one looks like it has Peter, Edmund, and Lucy, but no Susan. It's hyper realistic and it's very creepy.
Weird. I don't like that one at all.
It's like it reminds me of like those dolls I had as a kid that like didn't creep me out, and now looking at it, I'm like, for why?
Yeah. And we've got two Japanese covers. One of which is again that moment of Susan and Lucy riding Aslan. They love that.
But look how athletic he's like. This is like jumping over a hurdle, like Olympic. Like this is Aslan's not fucking around. And I also look like it looks like he's just giving a.
Yeah. It's good.
I like it
with the bird flying above.
The colors are really pretty too.
And I do love the other cover with the moment of Tumnus and Lucy walking through the snow. It's quite adorable.
This just earned a place in my top 3. It's so sweet.
Yeah.
Cause
this one's I think this one's my number 3. Oh my god, there's way too many more. We're gonna have to power through some of these.
I didn't make the list.
I know, I didn't. I think that there's just so many for Lion Witch Wardrobe. We've got another child illustration one.
Yes. This is Spooky Ghost Children in the Cabinet. This is The Conjuring.
Why is Lucy so mad? That's ridiculous.
No one believed me.
She's not that grumpy.
No.
I've seen this next copy.
It's scary.
Of just the Aslan face. It's like very Christian, also kind of ebook.
That's a Christian lion.
Another Susan. This is a copied illustration, 100%. We've already seen this moment, like this exact moment of Susan and Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
No. Is that Tilda in this next one?
It looks like Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, it looks like Carrie Fisher.
Which is just like...
And this is that same cover that you liked, but instead of the Aslan underneath, they covered it up and they put some lady at the top. And they made it worse.
They just took like a still from Star Wars and just put some like ice.
Some green ice.
All right. This one's giving like government issued.
I think that this is the audiobook cover.
It looks like a stamp.
Yeah, it's kind of boring.
It's pretty boring.
And then another icy moment. I like that this one has a border around and the White Witch is kind of coming through the edge of one border to Edmund, and then he's standing at one edge and the snow is kind of blowing through the border as well. Like he's just come in from one world and she's coming from the other side.
Yeah. It's giving Tasha Tudor. You know, turn of the century, very cute. Les Chroniques de Narnia.
Yes, the two friends.
Yes.
And this one's, she's kind of scary. The White Witch is like a black and white kind of drawing in the color, and she's leaning with her little elbow on the sleigh.
Her crown, like those things they put on top of light posts so birds can't land on them.
Literally, it's so tall and pokey for no reason. And then the other one is cute. It looks like it's prepared to be a set, you know?
Mm-hmm. I read Lemonade.
Yeah. Le
Monde, not Lemonade. Is this Spanish?
Yeah. Yes, and then we've got the Spanish version, which I'm like, is this just the wardrobe door? I like it. And
That's
it's the
really
Aslan handle.
I like that I don't think that was ever. That's not a thing.
We haven't seen something just like, and it's very hyper realistic. Looks like just a picture of a door.
That's
It's
dope.
really cool.
All right, so top 3.
My top 3 are the one that I with the white witch and the wooden carved, the one with Tumnus, and the Japanese one with Tumnus and Lucy.
Yeah. No, my favorite still is the 70s version with like all the kids walking in. I also the Grecian pottery one. I feel like
That one is cool.
that one is probably third to the second place of Lucy and Mr. Tumnus.
Yeah.
I mean, tied for first just because it's just
So sweet.
yeah, they're my favorite pair. Oh wait, there's it looks like
there is one more.
there's one that's snuck into the Prince Caspian category that looks
from
like
the Evergreen Library.
it looks like they're The Sound of Music.
Yeah, the Sound of Music with like a stuffed lion next to them.
Hills Are Alive with the Sound of Roaring.
Roaring. It kind of looks like the BBC version, like a picture from the BBC. Now back to the Evergreen Library. We start there with Prince Caspian, and it's like the kids in or maybe not even the kids, but just Peter in the treasure room when they get back, and he's got his sword and he's feeling his oats.
Mm-hmm. I am a king.
Yeah, the High King at 14. It's cute. I like the green. It's very like mossy, overgrown.
Yeah, very fighted. What's up with this Evergleam? That's what I get for trying to roast the library. The next one is again with the Grecian pottery vibes. It's very
but
cute.
in a different way.
It's like Lucy dancing with all the sprites.
This is the party on the dancing lawn.
Oh, it's a party on the dancing lawn. Gonna dance up in the wood.
All of these, not all of them, but a lot of this publication, like this set, feels like a history book. Like they're all very, like a nice old painting kind of vibe. Because this is Caspian and, God, I'm forgetting everybody's names today.
Dr. Cornelius.
Dr. Cornelius, thank you. And they're going to see
I don't know why I remember
eclipse. Like this is that moment where he's learning all of the things, and
it looks like somebody who's sad having a moment and somebody else is just like,
look up into the sky, boy.
no, are you fucking kidding?
Oh my God.
To piggyback on what you were saying, I also like this because it is the somewhat beginning of the story. Having the kids just walking again might be a bit redundant because yes, there is a ton of them walking, but it's about him.
Yeah, I like that a lot of these do focus more on Caspian, although this next one feels so weird. It's like a Renaissance fair, like blowing the horn, but he's in the suit of armor. I guess like they did have that battle for multiple days in the book before he blew the horn.
Yeah, it's still bad though.
It's bad. It's not as bad as the movie poster. Boo. Sorry, Ben Barnes.
His hair looks good.
Yeah, it does look good.
And then the next one is very simple.
The French.
The
We got our 2 French cavaliers, and it's yeah it's basically the same thing, but instead of Aslan running like in the Chronicles of or in the Wardrobe one, it's now Caspian running in pink instead of yellow.
We want to apologize to all of our listeners in France and French Canada.
Yeah, sorry that this is your cover. I mean, if you enjoy it, enjoy it, but
I meant for ma France.
Oh.
Ma Francais.
And then the other one is weird. It's like 2 covers in one. I'm kind of maybe it's I'm not really sure what's happening.
Are we talking about Badger?
No, I'm still talking about the French one.
Oh, okay, yeah, it is. Well, yeah, you've got your Aslan doing a little chomp on somebody, but
I think that's on Trumpkin when he's like, "You don't believe in me," and then he like tosses him around. But again, with the last moments, what is with the like? I don't get it.
Also, because it's called Prince Caspian.
I'm assuming that's Prince Caspian in Aslan's mouth.
The next one is that book series, like it was like Redwall or whatever, with the Mushkas. I never read it. I saw it in my church library. Didn't everybody have a church library? I kind of like it, actually.
I do.
The badger is really well done. I think that they could have given the badger some armor to like include them more, but I think
I
it
like
also could have been just him and then not having the other person or the badger. Like
Just him standing on that hillside with the rock. That'd be really cool.
that would have been perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Like him in that moment, like I know who I am, I know what I'm supposed to do, and like you as a person the proverbial you picking up a book, you're like, you don't know that, but like I don't know, it's powerful.
I like it. That's probably going to be in my top 3. Then we move on to your copy with the same. I like that they keep the motif of the wardrobe, but they change some of the little details around it, and then obviously change the image. But this image, it seems almost bloody.
This is the many day battle of which you previously mentioned. For me, it reminds me of like those fancy mirrors where it like kind of was like an art piece, and then there'd be a big mirror underneath that would hang in people's hallways. I think we get, I don't know, it's just there's too much happening.
Yeah, this one, there's a lot happening. I liked the other one because it was just the witch, and there was a little less. There's too much to look at. This next one is cool. It's giving Sleeping Beauty, right? When he's like going through the brambles, and he's riding a white horse. I've always, because my copy, he's riding a black horse, so it's that same. You can see a lot of. It's like they had the what is it called? Like the stems you would have in a song or whatever. You have the components of the illustration, and they take Prince Caspian in the blue tunic on the black horse, and they copy and paste it around on different publications. But this one, white horse, beautiful illustration.
It's kind of spooky.
It is kind of spooky. It's definitely like a moment of scared. Like scared Prince Caspian when he's on the run from his uncle.
It's interesting. I will give it an all right. I don't have any problems with it in terms of.
It would be an honorable mention.
Yeah. That's an OH.
Yeah. Wait. HOHM.
Yeah. I'm so distracted by this fucking pillow.
Hello.
Is this another from? Is this from the same?
Is the same 70s set. I don't like this one.
I don't hate it. Because again, it doesn't. I don't feel like it's giving. Like, yeah, it is breaking my rule with like being an ending moment. But like, how are you supposed to know that?
Yeah, he could be fighting anybody. But yeah, this is.
I love the colors.
So small. He's so small.
He's just a boy.
It does show that Peter is just a boy fighting this man.
Peter was just a boy.
This next cover's. I don't really know what's happening. I'm going to have to zoom in on my screen. It looks like a giant, like sitting down, looking at mice.
Yeah.
I don't know what scene this is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think I would pick up that book.
No.
And then we've got pink. People love to put pink for Caspian. The French picked pink. This is pink, and it's that same thing I was talking about, Caspian riding through. This says that it's book 4, because this was a chronological order set, as was mine, which we will see shortly.
This set.
I
think I have this set.
The pink and yellow kind of bright colored set.
Yeah. Could have had our sets out the whole time.
Probably should have.
Would have been cute.
I do love. I think this is my number 2 cover for now. This Prince Caspian cover. I love it. It's like the Renaissance Fair. It's really warm. There's the shield. There's a little unicorn. There's the young. I think that this is Caspian. He's got the horn there. I'm assuming is Susan's horn. It's just cute. And he's got his horse, a brown horse, but it's a neat illustration. I like the way that the Narnia is placed in different tiles on the top. What?
No, I had some funny things that it reminded me of, and then I was trying to listen to you, and I'm forgetting what they are, and I'm like, God damn it. Because then I don't have anything to say when you're done talking. And I'm like, great. No, please keep going.
And the next one is my childhood copy, which is again that same Caspian illustration, but they kind of pulled it back a little bit, so he's not centered in the book frame, and he's running through woods instead of running through pink abyss.
I'm sorry, I meant a lot.
Oh.
Like kept because
Sorry.
no, it's fine. I just was like looking at it and I was like, why is it giving Miranda Hobbs and Tuck Everlasting?
Oh my.
But there is a third thing, and I wanted to like have them lined up, and I can't remember what the third thing was now because it's gone. Anyway, but yeah, very spooky. Black horse, yellow cape, no capes.
Dark night. There's like no blue. There's no night sky. There's no nut. It's just the darkness. But there's a glow coming from forward. It's like he's running toward a glow, running toward the light. I do love this next one.
It's weird how it's like shrunken in.
Yeah, they did this. This is the Japanese cover. They did like a green marble border around the illustration, which then looks like its own book cover of that same moment. Peter fighting Midas.
Yes. It's just a bummer because you can't, like, I zoomed in on it and the whole thing is
it's
blurry. And I can tell there's so much detail, all the different creatures and soldiers, and somebody spent a lot of time thoughtfully making that picture to just have it shrunken down. It's like when you go to a tattoo artist and you're like, I want all this detail in this tiny space. And you're like, okay, no one will see it.
It was hard finding different, like, copies, and then when I would find a good illustration that was different, I would try and, like, find more of that in a higher resolution, and
I'm not blaming you.
We need more high quality scans of book covers, please. If anyone has any like free time, just go ahead and scan those book covers that you have and upload them on Pinterest or anywhere, because then they'll just be in the sphere and they'll come up when people Google them, and it'll really help people out in the future. Come on. I like this next cover.
I do too. I think it's perfect.
Yeah, this is beautiful. You can tell that it's like a kid's hands grabbing this sword, and there's some fire, and that's it.
I said it was perfect, and I was like, actually, you know what? The text placement is pissing me off. The square should be not flush in the corner, but closer to framing it, and then Prince Caspian should be on the other side. Yeah. Hello?
So you lose a couple points there.
Yeah, I thought we all were graphic design majors now that we all have smartphones.
This next one, it's all right.
There's a lot happening.
Yeah, there's a lot happening. It's very bright, not bright, but warm colors with Trumpkin the dwarf, and there's the badger.
It's like somebody's aunt drew it.
Yeah, it seems like a fairy painting from the 2000s, but Prince Caspian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then the audiobook, which is just repeat cheap.
I honestly love it.
I like how it's not like a seal. It's not very office. He's leaning on the frame.
It's very
reepy
like MGM with the lion. I kind of love it, actually. I like this one more than most of them.
Yeah, a lot of these covers aren't that good. Like it's unfortunate.
The next one I actually really like a lot because it's like that first one we saw with Dr. Cornelius and it's Caspian.
Right.
I think this one is better though because I mean, it could. I mean, I'm assuming it's Dr. Cornelius. It could be the king. It could be anyone.
I think it's Cornelius because he's much shorter, and we know that Cornelius is quite short and part dwarf. I like this one a lot as well. I think this one is in my top 3 because we get to see what they're looking at this time, and it's that beautiful. Like, look how big that eclipse is. Is that how close their moon is in Narnia?
Yeah, the font's a little modern, but
it's a little.
It's pretty Disney.
Yeah, it looks like a children's book a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's fun. And then we've got some Chinese covers, which are cool. This one looks like Prince Caspian's running through a bubble or something,
or like the
a
same
portal.
thing with Reepicheep, like the seal, like
the seal of the image, and then he's running through. I tried to find the Lion Witch in the Wardrobe, like other versions of this set, because I wondered if it has that same technique of just the things coming through that cool like portal, whatever.
That's dope.
This next one, again, Prince Caspian and Cornelius in that bottom corner, looking at the night sky, but it's giving Half-Blood Prince. The green, the castle,
the green mist.
I like the scroll with the text on it. The green, yeah, it's giving green mist, which doesn't happen yet. But yeah, I like the scroll with the text. It's really cool. And then the next one is fine. This one I feel like is that moment when he's running and then Trumpkin's like, I'll hold them off. It's kind of like that movie moment.
Look at that little badger.
Yeah, the badger is
He's
so
so
sweet. He's so tiny, tiny.
Which is like not correct at all. Like
No.
they're supposed to be larger than
Yeah.
regular sized badgers and like more humanoid, but this is like some cute little like Adventure Time looking sweet baby
Yeah.
boy. I'll take 2.
Okay, my top 3 would be number 1. I think is that one. Even though we said it could have some differences, is that one of him on the hill in the red shirt. I think it's Caspian with Trumpkin and the badger below, and I like the vine up top with the golden horse head kind of wound in it. It's reminding me of the treasure in the treasure room. I think that's my top 1, and then that Renaissance one from Tuck Everlasting is my second, with I think with that, although the text isn't great, with the one of the eclipse
Mm-hmm.
is my third.
Yeah. I have a problem with all of them. Like there isn't one that I just like on its own. But if I were to be able to edit them all, it would be, the red shirt, remove the other soldier and the badger with him on the hill, or him holding the sword, move the font, or the more modern one of him and Dr. Cornelius looking at the eclipse and then change the font.
Yeah.
Special shout out to the audiobook version.
Cheapy cheapy. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm like posing for the camera. It's not working, but also good because I wasn't really paying attention to it earlier.
That's fine. Okay, so now we will take a break.
Let's take a break.
And we're back from no time at all. No time has passed. I don't know to what you're referring. There's not more shadows on the wall.
I think there's.
I don't actually. There might not be.
It's time to get on board.
To the Dawn Treader.
Beep beep. That's the sound. That's the sound a boat makes. Beep 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 beep.
Get on the Magic School Bus.
Beep 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 beep. Check that for me. I want to know if that's correct. I think it's that.
Seatbelts, everyone!
We start with a beautiful illustration with the Dawn Treader flying through the water, floating on the sea of the white lily flowers.
I think you mean gliding. Is that what you
Yeah,
meant?
I think that is what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Gliding. And you can see like the reflection of the Dawn Treader in the water within the path that they have carved through the flowers. Like in the wake, you see the reflection. It's just really pretty, but you can tell the water is super smooth at the end of the world. Beautiful. I love it. This is that same like history book publication.
The reflection of the ship in the water is really,
That's what does it for me.
Yeah.
Like this is top 3.
Mhm.
He's the first one, but I feel like I can confidently say top 3. But I might change my mind. We'll see.
It's simple, it's easy, and it's like teetering on the side of potentially being like boring.
Yeah.
On the side of being like boring, but it's beautiful.
It's not very colorful. Yeah, it's quite muted.
Yeah, it could just be like faded.
Versus this next one is pretty bright.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. You can't scroll with your claws.
I was using the arrow, and now I'm back in the Lion the Witch. I'm back in the wardrobe. Help.
Travel back in time.
Help, get me out. Okay, I'm back. I'm back on the boat. That's going to be good ASMR.
The slap of the glove.
So our second one is another boat on the water. I love the colors in this.
This
the
one is-
greens.
yeah.
It's very like pukey, Slytherin-y, pungent, lizard, like green.
I like that the Eustace as a dragon is the same green as the Dawn Treader's green dragon boat. It makes it just that much more symbolic that he gets turned into a dragon and then becomes part of the team.
Do we get told what color?
I don't think so.
I
think
can't
he just
remember.
says dragon skin all the time. I don't know if it says green dragon skin.
Yeah, Skyles.
Because he's definitely not green in the movie. He's like golden.
Yeah, he's given more Dragonite.
Yeah, from Pokemon, like a realistic. That's actually pretty good because he has that like wide, happy, like kind of happy face, emotive face.
Yeah.
Versus this is like a Welsh green dragon.
Yeah, this is very cute. Like the Welsh green. Ooh. Or is that
The Chinese fireball.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Uh,
The Welsh green did look like the cutest option.
yeah.
I still don't want to fight a dragon.
I just want to keep the little one,
Yeah.
like as a little pet.
Oh,
And then the movie one, I didn't put them in any particular order, as you could probably tell. But the movie one, it's bad, but I hate it less than some of the other movie ones.
yeah.
I just don't like pictures.
Is that Tilda?
Yeah. It's just Tilda Swinton when she's the White Witch.
Yeah,
even
but
though there's not even the White Witch in the Dawn Treader, but she's in the movie, and so she's in the movie like book. But she's not. The White Witch isn't in. I guess she like kind of is.
She's in
like,
the Vision.
Edmund, yeah, in the Vision.
But that does not mean, yeah, she should not be on the movie, because if she's going to be on the movie poster, then like, where am I? I almost said Marshwiggle. Where are my duffel pods? Okay, so these next two are identical, except one is like
framed.
Well, yeah, one's like, I'm an adult, I have my own home, and the other one's just like college tacked into the wall. Basically.
Yeah, one's like a movie poster, but it's not.
Yeah, and the second one, it's like oddly cut off at the top, and there's like the thing on the bottom for some reason. It's like just like what? It just seems like somebody made a mistake when printing.
Yeah, but the 70s one of this is really good. I like the Dawn Treader in this style.
The sea serpent is spooky.
The wooden carved dragon. The sea serpent is spooky. It's like a frog lizard. Yeah, with the frog feet thing. I don't know.
I think it's supposed to be a tail, but no, it does look very froggy.
It's so.
But the Dawn Treader itself, I wish the Spookum wasn't in it, and then it would be perfect.
Yeah, just this Dawn Treader gliding. If that was, if the 70s one with the yellow border and the nice white. Like, if that one was just the Dawn Treader and then the other version had the Spookum, that would be good. Yeah. Like the scary serpent.
The next one looks very early publishing.
Yes, this one looks like the Greek kind of style, but we don't have any fawns or satyrs. It's just the foliage around the Dawn Treader floating.
Yeah, this is like a beach rental, not an Airbnb. Fuck no. Airbnbs. Like a beach rental from the 90s, or like just that you would pull off a shelf, and again with that like musty smell. But yeah, it's simple, it's perfect, it's straight to the point.
I love that blue, that faded blue. It's really nice with the oval.
The ship does look very simple enough.
It's quite simple. It's very low, like skinny, very skinny.
Yeah, it's really giving Scooby Dooby Doop Boop, but yeah. It's cute. The next one makes the most sense in terms of sales. Like,
yeah, the Aslan
of course, yeah.
This one is quite beautiful.
For Aslan, for Narnia.
And it's red. It's like a beautiful sunset. There's a mist. I like this one.
It looks like a play.
This does. It looks like a play. We've got another of the Grecian-y style. But
yeah, like
I like
a reprint.
I like this one a lot more. But I wish it had the orange.
Yeah, and then again with the whole reprint, this with the fancy modern looking font, it's nice. But again, I like the image. I wish the font wasn't so modern.
Yeah, this is that same styling of the Prince Caspian that we liked, but the print was, or the text was too modern. Because I like this style of the waves, and they're layered almost like paper, like you would see in a claymation or something. And then there's the boat. I could almost see the way the layers would kind of mechanically move back and forth. Together. It's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, this next one.
This is a beautiful cover.
Eustace crying.
The dragon crying one single dragon tear. And Reepicheep is in front, looking like he's standing guard, protecting him.
I can't see his face. Is he facing forward?
Yeah, he's facing forward.
Okay.
This is
keeping
a super
watch.
Sweet cover.
Yeah.
Oh, and his sweet little eyes. He's got like, human eyes on his dragon face.
Like the way that one Aslan was looking at us, but like this is a way where he's it's very, very help me. But I can't say that I'm cursed.
Yeah. This one is up there.
Eustace
too.
and Sophie.
Oh.
Miranda?
Yeah, and then
Miranda?
and now this is the same kid. This is Prince Caspian's the same age, I guess.
He's a redhead too.
This is literally the same picture from the Prince Caspian, the same Caspian, and I guess that's not a brown horse next to him. It's his cape blowing in the wind. And he's by the trees. This makes no sense. And the Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Where's the boat? He should be on a boat.
Yeah, I'm like, is this like both books in?
Yeah, Prince Caspian, the Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Like maybe it is. Maybe it's a dual set.
That would be weird to have them do 2 and 2 because eventually you're gonna have somebody standing by themselves.
Yeah.
You're gonna look stupid. Okay, probably it says illustrated, so clearly an ebook.
Yeah, this is another one with the seal. It's fine. I don't love it. I do love, because I think that they say, there's a purple sail, that it's a purple sail on the Dawn Treader. And so this next one is of your set. So you've got the wooden carved wardrobe doors opening up, and I like that because the way they enter through the picture frame, this styling fits that really well. And then you see the Dawn Treader with the purple sail in the sunset, and the green sea is really good.
And the mouth of the of the dragon on the ship is really good too.
It's nice. Oh, there's some good ones. I mean, this is our favorite book, so it makes sense that we're gonna like the covers a lot more.
That's fair. Well, yeah, and then again with
the sea serpent on this next one.
I like this. This is better because like I don't know, the serpent's not as scary.
He's kind of bearded.
Yeah, he's more dragony than like whatever demon from hell they made for the movie. That was like,
oh my god, from the movie, that centipede monstrosity, it was like every one of their worst nightmares in one sea creature.
Which, to be fair, is brilliant because it's supposed to be like this most fucked up thing you can imagine. So God help us if I ever get to the mist.
And this next one is mine, my childhood copy, and I found one that had the front and the back because I liked that the back continued the illustration of the Dawn Treader, and we see the kids walking up with Caspian, who's blonde, and I was confused. I didn't know he was blonde, so that always threw me for a loop. But it's a cute one. It's not bad, but
it's it's simple. I think I'm just distracted because simple. I'm so intrigued by the one that we're about to look at. But I like the style of this because it's like a colored version of like I think like the drawings that are in the books that I have, which are very, very simple. And I was just hung up. I was like, is Prince Caspian blonde? It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. Can't get caught up on hair again.
But I'm so spooked by the ghostly faces that are in the water.
Yeah, the way they're like swirling around, and then there's Aslan at the bottom, which also at the bottom, he should be at the top.
Yeah, maybe it's like supposed to be like he's like ever present, like pulling them forward, but like what's up with the spooky face in the water?
Yeah, that's so scary. This is probably the darkness, when they're in the darkness, and that's Roop.
Oh,
Lord Roop.
I was like, what if the sea serpent had like a human face? See, this is why I can't go to the darkness, because whatever I come up with is gonna be awful.
Oh my god, that centipede with a human face is basically Ko the Face Stealer from Avatar. Like that centipede with the human face.
Yes.
The next one is quite simple.
Yeah.
It's like the top of the ship with a purple text, Voyage of the Dawn Treader, with some seagulls. It's fine. Yeah. They look like the same seagulls that are copy and pasted from my copy that's right above. And then this next one is really pretty. It's that same style that I liked of the Prince Caspian copy. Although it does have like some characters printed on it.
If you didn't have that text on there,
Yeah, I really like it. But I couldn't find the illustration without the stamp.
I bet I could edit it out in that photo editing app. Or we can try at least.
Because I like the way the Narnia is on these ones is interesting because it's kind of faded versus on the Prince Caspian one they were black. This one's kind of like
I couldn't even tell that said Narnia. I just thought they were like artistic squares.
no.
But you said that, and I like, yeah, once I,
If I change my perspective.
then, yeah, that's really cool.
And then the Spanish version is pretty spooky. Like definitely in the darkness, the Dawn Treader just gliding through. You just kind of see the outline of the sail. It's
La travesa del viajero del alba. I'm like, did I pronounce any of that correctly? He's spooky.
and then we've got
Well, for the first one, I have the kids like tripping into like waves.
yeah, this is like them falling in through the portrait.
Yeah. Which
And,
is,
yeah.
those waves look rough.
Yeah, this is the Japanese edition, and followed by the two Chinese publications I could find, which are both of Eustace and Repeat Cheap. And I love the first one.
I
The
love them both.
Eustace, and yeah, he's crying in the second one, but the first one he's like a little grumpy but sad.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the green coloring on him. I think that one might be in my top 3.
Yeah, there's just some like yeah, that's one of my favorite moments in the story. So the second one is kind of winning for me, even though I agree that the colors are beautiful.
Yeah, the second one is like when you can see it's when Rivi Cheap is telling him the stories and having that moment with him. We move on. Oh wait, no, we got to do our top 3
Oh
before
yeah.
we move on. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
I'll go
Yeah.
first. The first one we saw, I really liked just because of how simple and beautiful it is. I'd say, yeah, that one, and then the first crying Eustace dragon, where his like eyes are very humanistic, because yeah, there's just something really simple and beautiful and lovely about it. And then my final one, I'm actually gonna go for Spooky Face in the Water.
Oh yeah,
Because-
and the reflection of Aslan at the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, like, not even so much like, yeah, like, I don't know, there's something about this, there's like, I can tell there's other stuff faded into the mist.
There is multiple faces. I only
Faces
saw
in
the
the
one
mist.
face. Oh my goodness, that's good.
Faces in the mist.
I think I'm gonna go. Number 1, I think I agree. Is that first one we saw? It's just simple. I love the reflection. It looks like I would have that painting in my house.
Hoping you get into it one day.
Yeah, and number 2, I like the bearded serpent one, where the serpent is wrapping around the Dawn Treader, and it's kind of misty, and he kind of looks like a
guy.
more like
Like he should have a hat.
Mm-hmm. I think that's number 2, and then the sweet baby dragon Eustace is number 3. Or, yeah. I think they're just like in order of which ones I would rate.
I also want to give special mention to Aslan Sail, because
Yeah, the Aslan Sail one is really good. And I love the Japanese one of the illustration when they're falling into the portrait, because that's the only one that has that moment.
which makes the most, yeah, I feel like that makes the most sense in terms of if you're going to like choose something other than just showing the ship. I feel like with the Aslan sail, like that could be a sail that they have when they're not on the Dawn Treader anymore and they're on that new ship that's
Right. Oh yeah.
built by the monopods or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We've already forgotten.
Yeah, sorry.
But that's nice though, because then that just means that I get to read it again and be like, oh yes, these
I remember now.
things that I've forgotten. Stretch break. Tell your Finch you stretched.
Oh, that was a good one.
clicked my clack.
Everyone should stretch. You should have stretched when we stretched. There's no more stretch breaks. We're moving on to the silver chair now. Starting with the illustrated edition, which it's kind of cool. I feel like they could have gone a certain way and they went a different way, and I appreciate that they didn't just do the serpent as the circle of the seal.
Oh, yeah.
But
It's pretty
still-
cool.
Yeah, like the arm of the sword. It's that moment of Rillian, like, killing Green Curdle.
I feel like the problem with this, though, is that I don't know, again, an incredible moment that takes so long to get there. So, I don't know. I do like it a lot, but I don't think it's going to be in my tippity top.
No. And then second is the addition of yours with the wooden wardrobe, and it's still that same moment, but he's looking a lot less in control of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's spooky. We see a little Puddle Glum moment with the witch hat, but again, it's not really as impactful as some of the other ones that had this wardrobe motif, if you will.
Yeah, like trying to think about it from the perspective of you haven't read the book, you'd be like, I remember looking at this and being like, what the
Yeah, what
fuck?
the hell is going on?
It's called the Silver Chair, but that is clearly a green snake.
Yeah.
You can't fool me.
I don't see a chair anywhere.
I'm very smart.
The next one is really, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
With that teal kind of marbling border, and then this is, I think, a page illustration that they've put on the cover of Puddle Glum and the kids riding. I'm assuming this is in the underground. Like,
Yeah.
once they're underground.
Yeah, with the little like
With-
lit up things
Yeah,
along the
light
way.
blue kind of glowing orbs. Like,
It's cool.
yeah, I think this one might be number 3 potentially. It's definitely cooler than this next one.
A story for children.
This silver chair is just a dining chair, basically.
So like imagine if you had no idea that this, you would just think it would be like a story about a chair.
Yeah, about the chair. Like, is the chair the main character?
Is it like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang where like it's a focal point but it's not like...
The next silver chair is that same moment. He's wrapped by the snake, but also stabbing the snake, and like...
You just spend the whole time reading it, but like when the fuck
Yeah,
does
when
a snake
when does
happen?
the snake? And then you kind of expect... You know that he's not turning into the snake because you know that Eustace isn't blonde.
So who's this guy? And then
This next one with the bats. It's like Scooby-Doo. But this Eustace here that's on the ground is the same Eustace that's on my cover. We'll see later. But I like this lime green with the pitchforks of the people that lived underground, like coming up to them. Yeah. The next one again, guess what it is? A snake wrapped around a blonde boy. And this one even puts him in all black, so it's kind of the spoiler that he is the Black Knight as well.
well, he always
you're like-
triumphs.
If you're thinking, I do like this way the snake has these kind of ribbony eyelash tendril things coming out. It's cool. In all the other ones, it's just a snake.
Yeah,
This is like
it's like her
a mythical snake.
like magical snake hair.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And the next one is kind of plain, white. It has like a nice frame with some wood kind of pieces. I don't know, like roots kind of around the edge.
What the fuck is with Puddle Glum? He looks like the scarecrow with bird talons.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a frog at all. I thought he was supposed to be green.
Yeah.
He just is.
He looked like a witch.
Yeah, he just looks like a witch. It's so strange and boding.
Like he whiles away the hours consulting with the flowers. Again, more fucking snakes.
Yeah.
Snake after snake after snake after snake after we get it.
Yeah, there's lots of snakes.
I love the Black Knight
Yeah.
on the edge of the cliff with a
Yes, with that bridge in the distance, like it's really good. And there's another one with the Black Knight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Not
like
as
that one
magical.
much. No, the one on the cliffside with the waterfall there.
It's giving for Narnia.
Yes, this is what we wanted of the Prince Caspian one. This
Yeah.
is how just a single figure. Oh, it's so good.
Speaking of a single figure, I'm loving this snowy owl.
Yes.
Like, and the castle in the background. I'm like, yeah, actually, wait, the film cut out. If you're gonna have the cover be non-specific about the story, I think this is perfect. Also, giving a chance to a side character that plays an extremely important role that is integral
integral
to the butterfly effect that is the saving of Narnia, and
Right.
everybody plays a part and everybody's important. So
'Cause he sees the kids when they're watching the whole shit go down, and he's like, "Who are you?"
bitch.
I don't remember his name though.
Penny Feather.
Penny
Penny
Feather.
Feather.
Penny Feather. Oh, there he is, right on the front, and you can see Care Paravel in the back. So there's like a little. We're gonna see somewhere we know, but it's also so late in the. That's good. I really like this cover. I wish that they had different things wrapped in the vines depending on the books. I feel like they're getting lower on the scale the longer they go and keep
Yeah.
the border exactly the same. But
Lacey. This window to the spooky world is pretty incredible on this penguin one.
yes, this penguin one is the one that I have, and I also again wanted to show the front and back because I kept finding the front and the front and the front. I'm like, no, the back is so cool.
The back's way cooler.
because the back is all of those creatures that are asleep, and they say they'll come out at the end of the world, and then they fucking do. Oh, it's so good. And then again on the front, there's Eustace, and you see all of the undergroundsmen coming to meet him.
I like this other one back to front, very with the castle and the ruins and the children. It makes them look very Narnian.
Yeah. No, this one is very Narnia. This is like Willow. We're moving on to the French one.
Yeah, which looks exactly. I mean, it looks relatively almost identical, if not exactly the same as all the other ones.
Yeah, the French ones, it's just that kind of strange shape of black and then the text and one little piece and then more text.
Yeah, and that just looks like a fucking ship
Yeah.
with a sail.
There's a little dragon head on it, but it's quite small.
But this is a silver chair.
Yeah. This one does look like this might be the Odyssey. This one is sorry. Oh, you
Sacre bleu.
not the right book. There is, I mean, there probably is a French copy, but I didn't find it. Obviously,
Zut alors.
the next one is the real cream of the crop.
Yeah, this
just
live
this
action,
picture.
this Monty Python-esque live action shot of Jill and Eustace, and
Puddleglum.
he just looks like a witch.
Yeah,
He looks like a hobbity witch. He doesn't look like a marshwiggle.
no,
I
not at all.
I expected some froggy-looking motherfucker coming at you like Voldemort with no nose, like fucking what's his name in Fallout, like this the seep. Where you're like, it's not.
This is Gandalf.
Yeah. Yes.
Like there's a staff, there's a hat, it's got a little feather in it. It's ridiculous. Otherwise, it's that same border that they used before. And again, see, it's just losing its points each time it's reused.
I love it though.
It is so pretty. I'm sure as a set, it is really nice to have them.
I just meant most of the picture. Wait.
Oh.
So this, I mean, yes, it is beautiful, but I'm just like, wait. So the other ones weren't pictures of people.
Yeah, the other ones were illustrations, and now it's a picture. Yeah, and the next one is of that same kind of historic illustration, which I like this, as he's like breaking the chair. The silver chair, it's got it. I mean, it kind of lets you know that someone's going to be attacking a chair with a sword. But
I mean, it makes more sense that this is a story about a chair.
the next three are very similar. Two of them are English editions, and one is a Chinese edition with this silver chair with a red velvet cushion, and it's more like a ghostly snake, vulture-y creature on top of the chair. And in one edition, or two editions, there's also the ghostly Aslan at the bottom.
I like the clarity of the first one, and then everything else about the Chinese version
Yeah,
because the
I love-
color's sick. And
Yeah.
well, I'm like, why is just that big old slappage of the Chronicles of Narnia Sluis when you could have Aslan's face at the
Yeah.
bottom? But those are cool.
Yeah, I really like the vibrancy of the vibrancy, or just
Vibrancy?
the vibrance. I like the vibrance of the colors in the Chinese edition. Then we've got the Spanish edition, which is just a snake, just a regular snake.
This one is fucking incredible.
This other Spanish edition is really cool with like the giants that look like the mountains, and
Giants
then
in the
there's
sky.
the underground people with the pitchforks. You've got Puddleglum, who is green, and the two children looking cold, going through the mountains. I love it. This one might be number two, because it's the last one. So we've got to do our top three.
I went first last time.
All right, oh fuck. Okay, number one is gotta be the Black Knight on the waterfall.
He always triumphs.
Yeah, is really good. Number two, I would say. I think I'm gonna say the Spanish edition, La Silla de Plata, with the giants is number two, and I think number three for me is my edition with just because of the back cover. The front cover I couldn't really give two shits about. I always was confused about who the brunette boy was on the ground, but the other cave was so intriguing to me.
Okay, I was really worried for a second because I was like, oh no, are we about to have the same? Because it's so boring. But what I realized is my number three, because the other two, yeah. Or I agree with your first and second place. But with the third place, the live action one has the same template as the one with the owl and the castle.
Mm-hmm.
Lest we forget, that was one of my favorites.
Penny Feather.
Yes. Excuse, yeah, with Penny Feather. And I think I'm like, wait, is that from the same series? Because the layout and everything is the same.
Mm-hmm.
There's just like I don't know. I love the picture of the people because like, what the fuck is that doing there? And then I love Penny Feather because it's like, I mean, it's just interesting to think that somebody drew this album cover for this book, and like that
Right.
that was
and
the thing that
Penny
stuck out to
Feather is
them.
the thing that they probably just read the first two chapters.
That's
And they're like,
fair.
oh, a big white bird. That's cool.
All right.
On to the horse and his boy. The first two.
What's
I
up?
mean, honestly, the first four. Also,
The fourth one is a little oogity spookity.
the first one's ookity spookity.
But yeah, the second and third one are relatively similar. I like the first one because you gotta love somebody just being like,
Yeah, the first one seems like a chapter illustration of Shasta or Kor, but back when he was Shasta.
sorry, I was gonna say I was shrugging because this is a
Yeah,
podcast.
shrugging.
And just because we're recording it doesn't mean
Yeah.
anyone
It doesn't mean everybody saw the shrug.
or listened.
The second
Are
one
you
is cool actually on second glance because it's the scene of Aravis and Shasta on that kind of race from the lion. I didn't see the small horse on the other side far
Everybody
away.
looks spooked.
Yeah, because they're running from the lions, and that's what drew them together.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's kind of what's happening. Oh, over here on the third one is they're in the green thing, and there's the little guy with the tree, and that's when he jumps off and goes back. This one, the third one's okay, I guess. But yeah, the fourth one, ookity spookity. Like the world's on fire. And there's the tombs. Like it's scary with Aslan at the bottom.
Yeah, then like the horse and like the dust is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is very interesting. Like,
I think that this is Tashban.
yeah, I'm just wondering, like, with this cover, because I'm like, if you line it up with the other ones, does it make something? Because this is so boring.
Yeah, no, this is just that same like history book kind of the one where he's just hitting the silver chair. Like I I like some of the styling. This is the set that we liked for Dawn Treader. This is that same set. But this is quite boring cover. The Japanese one is interesting. They've got the Tarkan here, I believe, when he first comes to greet Shasta and his adopted father.
Oh, yeah. So the very beginning.
Yeah, this is like the very beginning, the introduction to everything.
Yeah. Which is fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. The Spanish version is very cool.
It's cool. The castle is very imposing. It's not like super high up, but it's still really cool. The way they're on the cliff. Followed by your copy, which I think is
My
really, really scary, to be honest. The wooden wardrobe with the tombs. So it's kind of sci-fi. I feel like this is giving a sci-fi vibe.
Tremors. Dune.
I like it, though. I do like it a lot.
I think I'm just used to it, but especially seeing it compared to the Chinese version next to it, where the person is the same size. Like Arvis is the same. Oh wait, no, she's sitting on the horse.
Yeah, she's sitting
it
on
looks
the
like
horse.
Shasta's the same size as Arvis.
Yeah, this one's not
Or,
so great.
Her
As her horse, yeah.
Yeah.
As Winnie.
Thank you. Yeah, it looks like he's the same size as Winnie, and it could just be like a juxtaposition thing because you can tell that like he's
Yeah, still small.
he's still a boy.
I like the blue border though, because I notice it's the same as the one with Eustace and also the White Witch. I think had this same blue border for Lion Witch in the Wardrobe.
I really like this next one. I like the font. I like
like
the
this.
image. It's very cute.
The color is really nice, a nice kind of maroon, and there's a circle with the chapter illustration of Aravis and Shasta going through the woods on their horses. Or on the horses, rather. I'm sorry. Not their horses. The next one is, I wish the next one was the same maroon color. It's a kind of basic red with an oval in that same Grecian where the tree is bending to the shape of the frame or whatever. And it's just the horse. I
That's
like
so
that.
cute.
Just the horse by the tree. This one is really sweet. I just wish the red was less red.
Yeah, it's very awooga.
We got the French one. It's the same. It's a copy and pasted illustration with the shrug in that black shape with the title, and it's a green instead of a pink or a yellow or orange. It's fine. It's fine. It's not great.
Not as good as this next one.
This next one is the 70s vibes. Like this is that set, and it's so good. It's the Lion King. And I love that the horse is spotted. He's riding on a horse. There's all of these like rainbow colored trees, the stars. It's so good.
It's giving Mufasa like remember. Why am I crying? And then we've got this weird like introverted
Yeah, the
versions.
next two are the kind of the same. One just has a frame, like a red frame around it, and it is a little brighter, but it's Shasta running through the water.
It's like
on-
sunrise and sunset. Sorry.
Mhm. Yeah, it's totally sunrise and sunset. I prefer the sunset one, personally. I like the silhouette of him riding the horse through the water, splashing. It's cool.
Whereas I prefer the sunrise.
With the red border, it's cool. The columns with the unicorns carved in.
They're all pretty great, but the next one probably running at the top right now just because I love a spooky desert black cat.
The back, yeah, the black cat on the back. This is my penguin edition as well, where you've got the shrugging Shasta on the front with Aravis and Winnie, and then on the back you've got the tombs and one big black cat. followed up by this more modern version with that font that we hate. And
But
I
again,
don't-
I love the image.
I like the horse. I don't love that it lines up perfectly with the mountain. Like he's sitting on the horse and it lines up with the mountain peak behind his head. And then the gate is just like I don't know. It's a little too symmetrical for me.
Yeah, it's a little too clean, a little too crisp, but
Yeah,
it is very
but
like going on an adventure.
Yeah,
Gonna
on the
save
road again.
Narnia.
Then we've got
Narnia.
the audiobook, which is that seal with the horse and his boy standing in there. It's fine.
Yeah, it's perfectly acceptable.
This next one is actually really cool. I like the illustration style. And they've got 2 lions in there, which the kids think that there are multiple lions. We come to find out that there's not. So this illustration assists in the gaslighting of the reader, thinking that there's going to be multiple lions, and we love that. This next one is really cool. It's
Very
I think
cool.
like in Tashbaan, because you've got like that desert lattice that they use a lot of the times, and they're riding in the horses, but like
Why are they
plain clothes.
white children? I mean, I
Yeah,
know that
that-
Shasta's supposed to be like paler than most of the people because
Right, from
you know,
Arkenland.
yeah, spoilers.
Spoilers.
But Arvis should not be
No.
fair skinned.
No.
She's not Narnian.
Also love that kitty cat though. That's sitting on the little sill. Is quite cute.
But they would whitewash her because
Mhm. Yes, they would.
even the non-white people in Narnia are still white.
And the last one we've got is, it looks like a western. The way he's riding the horse in the sunset, sword held aloft, ready for battle. The
I like
sunset is
it.
pretty, but it feels like an old western book for me. I don't think I would pick it up.
Yeah.
All right,
The
I went
tunes are
first last
cool.
time. Your turn.
I'm gonna have to. I just like in terms of cuteness, the red one with the circle and I think the font's really precious. I like that one. Like these are kind of all tied. I wouldn't say I have as much of a preference. The 70s one I really like because Aslan looks a little goofed up in the sky.
Yeah.
But I love the idea of it, and especially because like it's a horse and his boy, and Aslan.
And Aslan.
And then I like the concept of the final one and how realistic it is. I just wish that they could have like made them actually look like the way the characters are described instead of their artistic interpretation.
This is kind of hard. I think my favorite might be the sunset one with him riding through the water on the sunset. I think my second favorite is the one with the double lions, the white book with the double lions and the white horse. I think it's really, I like the way the vines and the ground is illustrated.
Their silly faces. It's scary. It's just a little derpy.
Yeah, and then the 70s one is, it's so good though. But yeah, I think that's my order. That's my number 3.
Excellent. All right.
On to the penultimate, Magician Nephew.
This one is fucking cool.
The first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. Like the
It's-
silhouette of a human.
Somehow it's the secret and the three body problem.
Yeah, there's like 3 rings intertwined. It almost looks like the nervous system, but it also looks like trees. And then there's all of these pools, but they're also, it's kind of sci-fi. And there's like electricity. It's cool.
It's cool. It doesn't make sense though.
No,
It's not it.
No, I don't know if it's gonna list, but it's cool. It's cooler than it needs to be.
Yeah, it's like somebody read the book and was like, "I'm the main character," and it's like, "You're not even in the story, bro."
Yeah,
but
this is not a Your Name novel.
Mm.
Followed by the illustrated seal, which is,
Yeah, it's cool.
it's cool. It's fine. I like the wing. I like how the wing is like of Fledge is quite dark brown and very detailed, popping out of that seal. The next one is my Penguin edition. It's the kids again flying on Fledge, but you see the whole body, and there's the mountains and the trees and some little pools, and it's fine. It's cute. I like it. It kind of reminds me. I'm pretty sure that the Wrinkle in Time book that I had a similar cover, because I think that there's like a flight scene in one of the. I don't remember really, but I remember something.
I could see somebody doing illustrations for those series. I mean, obviously they run a little bit parallel, which is why we're reading the Time
Yeah.
Quintet. Stay tuned for that. Not in this episode, just I guess
Soon.
at some point, whenever. Maybe you've already seen it. I don't know when you're watching and or listening to this. I don't know what time it is. I'm just floating around here, man.
Floating around.
I'm just doing what Jesus told me.
The next one is cute. It's like the chapter illustration of them opening the door to the office. Uncle Andrew's office.
Yeah.
I wish that there was like a little less sepia tone on them when they, like all of the light tones. I wish it was a little more light, but
Yes, interesting color choices, but it's fine. The following one is weird.
this is that same history book kind of illustration. It's him at the freaking apple orchard at the end looking up at the tree, but it doesn't even look like he would be able to reach one.
No, nor do those really look like apples.
No, they're kind of like mistletoe.
I'm not zooming in, so
Nope.
no, that's gonna be a nope for me.
The next one is that new Canva
Yeah,
kind of one.
I don't like this as much as the other ones.
No, I don't like this one either. It's because of the people. The people are too modern looking.
The children. Is there a hamster?
No guinea pig.
No guinea pig.
No
No vote.
points. This next one is cool.
Yeah,
Flying
Like-
through like the sky.
I feel like this is chapter art. All like from yeah.
This is that same on the other one. We'll see it again later. Like they use this over and over again. But it's a
Mhm.
good one. The kids on Fledge. This is just on that nice blue, and they've got some clouds and some birds at the bottom. It's nice. The next one with the apple, I don't really like it. It's like a dark apple hanging from a tree, and it's kind of glowing.
Yeah, this is like the Neil Gaiman version.
Not a fan. Not a fan. I'm
Fans
also not-
of Neil Gaiman, but not fans
Oh yes,
of...
yes. But
And
not
then-
of this cover.
Or I guess I should have said the Tim Burton version. I don't know. It's giving 90s, like, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yes.
And it's not a poison apple.
No, it's a good apple. It's a magic apple.
But whatever. I would just, like, what the fuck? This, like,
This next one, the 70s one, was
Insane.
they're off their rocker.
absolutely bonkers.
They're like falling from the sky, but also float. Like, I don't know what's happening, but the kids are in the air, and Diggory has his hands up and is like way in the sky, and Polly is holding his hand, and also the witch is holding her hair and is like pulling herself out of the pool or something. It's
Ouch.
wild.
Yeah, the proportions are odd. It's very puppety.
Yeah.
Meh.
Interesting choice of dress for the queen, though. I like it. The witch. The next one, pretty plain, magenta, kind of dark magenta with the kids on Fledge
Yeah.
in a circle.
Kids
Bam.
on Fled.
This next one is so good. This is the edition that Clem has, and it's, again, wooden freaking wardrobe, whatever. It opens up, and it's the witch. Which
She's-
also, didn't I pick this? This is basically what I picked for Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe, and it's a very similar illustration, but it has the fox, or it has the wolf and the dwarf.
Oh my
This
God.
is just her. I think this was my number one for Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, and I think this is going to be my number one for this, also because of the mirroring that it has with Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, which is the White Witch's end, and it's very white and blue toned, and this is her here being awoken from her sleep in Charn, wearing all red. Her hair is red, like she's very warm, very alive. And then you see her at the end, white, pale, blue tones. Like, oh, it's so good.
She's like fan of the opera fingers.
Yeah, she's got the claws on this cool stone throne. It's really cool. This is my favorite.
And
I think this is my favorite of all the illustrations, like of covers.
I think it's a good moment to pick from as well, because like this is what I assume, right after she comes to, and it's just like that
Yeah,
initial
like-
scene. This is the next one is kind of like it's the same imagery of kids on Fledge, but the realistic version, giving us like an 80s muscular flying.
Yeah,
Horse.
this seems like a bad movie version of The Magician's Nephew with them flying on Fledge. It looks like the apple fell out of their hand and is falling out of the
Mhm.
book. And it's all, yeah, sepia toned, the beginning of Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Like, this is Narnia. It should be bright, beautiful. Like, the next one, bright, beautiful. We've got, it looks like a Monet painting. There's, like, blues and greens and nice, like,
Oh, the water lilies.
it's glowing. And there's the peacock and the tree at the end in the grove, which is really cool.
But Polly doesn't get to see
Yeah,
the
she
top.
doesn't see that, so
Nor does Fledge.
inaccurate.
Lies.
Lies.
And then, this is
Another version of the 70s, but with...
Is it just brighter?
It's brighter. It doesn't have the same border. The other one is from the same set that we've been liking. This one's just the same illustration, but like without the border.
Why is Diggory flying
Yeah,
so
he's
far?
flying. This one shows that Diggory is literally just like flying into the sky for seemingly no reason.
Jesus. This, I mean, like, and again, all, like, just fucking with them writing on Fledge.
Yeah.
This one's pretty cool in
This
terms
one
of colors.
It's cool. It looks like a witch's book.
I like how, again, they focus so much on making the horse look super buff.
Well, he is like a war general's horse's son or something like that.
Yeah, it just...
This one's cool. I like the colors on this one. I like the purple
Tail.
frame, the little circles on each corner that highlight different sections of the story. Like they've got the ruins of Charn, they've got the apple tree, they've got
His wings are different than all the others.
they're
though.
kind of golden. They're not so dark. It's cool.
The different layers and spots.
And then there's the Japanese one, which is the same illustration of them on the horse, but flying in the other direction. This time, and they've got like a red marbling border instead of the green one that they've been kind of having in the past. This next one is that same Western. This is that same Western vibes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they're riding it, and the horse is like running full speed. Wings are up, which is cool. It's like he's trying to get the most speed.
Yeah.
That one's pretty cool.
And then the fucking
The
boring ass
boring French, but it's blue now, and they're riding Fledge.
Mm-hmm.
This next one is kind of cool. It's that same one with the wooden kind of wispy border around the edge. It's quite colorful.
I like the red wings.
Yeah, the red wings are cool. It looks like they're flying over like Colorado though, not Narnia. I mean, the Earth was also described as red Earth, fresh red Earth. So
they're red rocks.
okay, I take it back. I take it back.
This Chinese version is it's interesting. I'm mostly just like, who are these people in the
In the corners.
pictures?
I don't know.
That's so funny.
I wonder if it's the Pevensies in the corners.
Oh, no, it looks like there's two girls on that horse, does it not?
Kind of does. Yeah.
I'm so confused. What is up with the Chinese version of the story? If somebody could let us know, I'd love to know.
Yeah. The double cover, the French like double cover thing that they do, where there's the illustration, and then there's like it's like the White Witch's winter, and then the spring.
It's very
split.
French to have that double cover because you cannot expect one cover to fulfill all of your needs.
And then we're gonna end on the French one for that.
All right, so I feel like I can guess what your favorite cover is.
My favorite cover is the red Charn Jadis. That's my number one. My number two is probably the purple border one with the little corner pocket windows of the different storyline. And my number three is going to be the Western with the wings up.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. None of these really spoke to me. Like I
They're
wasn't.
all the same imagery, really.
Yeah, like none of the variations are really like that striking or interesting to me. Like and now I just feel like choosing ones that are different because it's just something else to look at instead of just them on the horse.
Same, yeah.
I feel like with this one, I almost want to pick the apple now just to be a brat. But I'm not really impressed with any of these covers. So, artists who are out there, draw us a new cover, please.
Yeah, give us some fan art of Magician's Nephew. No flying horse. None. I want to see Jadis on top of the carriage or like even like the hall or something.
Yeah, I want to see Narnia being created. Show me that, Greta.
Iris. No, it's for Greta.
Iris, please. All right.
Last
Lastly,
one. We have the last battle. The first one is pretty cool. The doorway is not what I would have imagined as the doorway would be, but I like it that it's like a unicorn rearing back. There's red around, but then the doorway goes to like a beautiful, colorful green and blue springtime.
mm-hmm.
I like it in theory, but I don't love the execution of the unicorn, and I feel like we might see some more later.
Getting prepared to see a lot of unicorns.
Yes,
I
this
also-
next one though.
I'm like, well, they have a blue horn.
yeah,
So there can be red blood on the horn, but the part where there isn't blood, it should be blue.
it does look kind of blue compared to how they do the white on that unicorn though.
Okay, well now I'm seeing it. Blue dress, gold dress.
But it's really subtle. I do love this. I think this is my top 2 covers of all time. This unicorn with the gold chain and the blood fucking horn. Like it's so cool.
I didn't see the chain.
Yeah, he's got just like a simple little gold chain on his ripped little unicorn neck. It's so cool.
Well, your unicorn doesn't have a fucking gold chain.
Yeah, what kind of loser unicorns are you got?
Okay, then not to even to skip too far ahead, but I am actually seeing some
other
chains. So
gold
you know
chains.
what? It's my fault for being a fucking fool to think that a fucking unicorn with a blue horn isn't gonna get themselves a golden necklace because it's fucking Narnia. Your best friend's the king. You're gonna wear
gonna
some
be-
jewelry.
you're
Then
gonna
your
be-
name's fucking Jewel.
Yeah, you gotta have some jewelry.
I digress.
This next one is fine.
It's
like,
it's-
like a Patronus horse.
It's spooky.
Ghost horse.
I don't like it.
Smoke horse. Yeah, there's like a weird flame at the top of the cover, which I don't really like. Like, Jewel is not going to hell.
This is the same as that spooky apple one.
Mm-hmm, yes. And-
No.
No. Then we've got this one, which is like Jewel in the sky. Like, he's in the clouds. And he's like, there's a wisp of wind, and he's almost glowing. He's got this beautiful gold chain that definitely looks more royal than the other one. The other one is like, he's a cool dude. This one is like a royal necklace, which is beautiful.
Looks so sad.
He does look quite sad. And he was sad,
Yeah.
but he was also happy.
Well, and then we got this one, which seems to be a tale of 2 lovers, one lady, enfant.
This is Lucian.
No,
This-
I know,
Yeah,
but like
it
the
literally
way
does, and with the way the trees bend together, and then they're on either side, and the trees are meeting in the middle just as they're looking at each other. But yeah, this is Lucian Tumnus at the very end, overlooking, and he's like, "Oh, you know, blah blah blah." It's good.
yeah,
It definitely is romanticizing this moment a little in a weird way, though.
and
You're
also
right.
not the point,
the
of
point,
the
no.
book. This next
This
one's
one's-
familiar.
Crazy looking goops, and this is like freaking what the hell? This is like Ghostbusters. This is ectoplasm. He's calling the stars in, I think.
And then Father Time's up there with his.
This is the wooden wardrobe, and we see Aslan on one side of the doorway calling the stars in, and yeah, you see a silhouette of Father Time blowing the horn. It's cool, but it's a lot going on and kind of feels a little sci-fi. They turned sci-fi near the end. That's interesting.
This is Poltergeist for sure.
Yeah.
It's very cool. There's a lot going on, and I feel like extra lucky to have gotten this series because seeing how simple some of them are, like somebody spent a lot of time thinking about that.
About what to
so.
put in all of the elements of the story that they wanted to fit into this cover.
Yeah, it may not be my favorite, but I appreciate the effort.
Mm-hmm. The next one is my penguin set. I got the front and back, and this is of the last battle. On the front, you just see, I think, is Tyrion, raising his sword, saying, "Go, get him!" And there's animals doing all sorts of stuff. On the back, you see the bonfire, and you see the, what do they call it? The shack? No, it's a pen? No. What do you put horses in? Stable. It's Stable Hill. The Battle of Stable Hill. It's okay. I don't really love that this is the moment they chose to take, like, the battle. Like, I mean, I know it's called the last battle, and this is the last battle, but
It looks like a fucking tapestry.
Yeah.
This purple one.
It's kind of nice. It's simple in the way, like, I didn't like the simple versions that they had done in the past, but this one is cool.
Yeah.
The silhouettes of the battle, the silhouettes of the arrows falling, but then the bonfires, fire colored.
Yeah. It's a battle. This last battle. Like, bing, bang, boom.
It's nice. This next one is a D&D cover. Like, this literally looks like D&D. The text with the red and the white outline. The last battle. We've got
Eagles.
Switch. What's his name? Shift. Shift the ape at the top with his little paper crown. And we've got the eagle swooping in. Jewel the unicorn, even though you can't really see the horn. This one's pretty cool.
It's like tucked into the sea.
Mm-hmm. It's chaotic, but this one is pretty cool.
Yeah. The colors are interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Very 80s board game.
Yeah. And then we've got the wispy, like, kind of cream white with a wispy border. This one's border's blue instead of like a kind of wood tone as the other ones have been. And we see everybody watching the world end, which is also like, come on, you're really just showing it. But I guess out of context, it just looks like the stars are falling and a giant is there.
Mm-hmm. And then it's funny because then in the next one, it's like it's similar. It doesn't have Aslan and the kids, but it does have like Father Time standing
and
up
it's
there.
a similar doorway that they've got. And yeah, the you see the water rising and Father Time and the stars are falling. And this is that more new kind of modern one. But I like this one. This one's all right. And they did a similar thing with the silhouette of the battle, which is cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of boring. And then again with more boring. You know, these just seem to be from sets where it's like, just get the book out there.
Yeah, just a set to have a set.
Yeah, no judgment.
Oh no, this is part of the more modern ones because this one's much more symmetrical than that other one, with the fire and them all standing around the fire, and then that bad font, and on the back side you can see the stable. This one's all right.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
No.
This following one with Tash.
This Animorphs book, this is so scary. Tash on the cover is crazy. Look at his feet, his claws. He's fucking reaching out to the reader. This is scary.
Yeah, this is an interesting choice to put like on the cover, but it's cool.
It's really cool, but scary.
And then interesting because that one pairs with one farther down where it's similar, but it doesn't have the border. And then we have two of the same 70s version, just with
one with different border and one with the classic border that we've seen. I like the one with the classic border, even though it's a little more washed out.
I like the orange one.
The one without, with the different border.
Yeah, I just like the shapes and everything.
I like Aslan's coloring on that one more.
Yeah.
And then this last battle one makes me want to cry, seeing Jewel rearing up like that. He looks so scared, and I don't even really want to talk about it.
Yeah, that's a scary scene, sad scene. And then these two right next to one another. Yeah, just now. I
just literally don't want to talk about it.
I don't need to cry into my mic anymore. You get to see Puzzle
hiding behind the stable.
Mm-hmm. And I like how, again, with the Japanese version, it's like just
more vibrant.
Mm-hmm. Brighter colors, cuter border.
And then we've got some Chinese ones.
Yeah, again, who are these fucking kids in the frame? What is up with the Chinese version of Narnia? We gotta find out. I need to know.
I swear it's the Pevensies. But look at Susan. Look at her hair.
Yeah. The trouble with Susan is her hair is fucked up.
And the one with the bubble is like so much detail. There's all these people coming through.
Well, are they coming down in a bubble? Are we David Bowie in the labyrinth, like watching it in the bubble?
Oh, the little orb, yeah.
I don't know. All I know is that I'm absolutely obsessed with this Chinese version of.
Yeah. Hey, because this is when he finally stands up and he says, "No more." This is Tyrion.
He looks like a little boy.
He is a little boy.
I thought he was like.
No, I think he's supposed to be like 20 something.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, that is the face of a boy. That is a boy.
And then we've got another. There's a lot of Chinese publications of the last battle because we've got this one with the unicorn running and there's some other creatures chasing.
I think there's a centaur. Minotaur centaur.
Yeah, minotaur and a centaur. And then the boring French, but it's purple now.
Boo.
And then the double cover French, but it's Tyrion tied to a tree and the fucking Nibblers and Nar is feeding him. That's what you chose. You chose like one of the most heartbreaking moments to put on your cover. God, these people.
The Spanish version is cool. It kind of almost
Yeah.
is like Where the Wild Things Are.
Yeah, the battle.
And
cool.
I really like this other Spanish version with Aslan and the stone doorway.
I like that it's a stone doorway. We haven't seen that before. This one is really cool. And you see the dark mountains and then the doorway with the bonfire. This is cool.
And then we get that classic frame that we love so much.
Yep. With
Where's my real photo?
yeah, where's the real photo? This is just the illustration of the kids. Jill and
Juices.
Jill and Jesus. Jill and Jesus? No, Jesus is Aslan.
Ellen Justice.
And that's the last one. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
I
I could go first.
Yeah, no, you can go first.
I think my favorite is the Bloodhorn, the second one we saw. Jewel turning around, Bloodhorn, chain, simple kind of sepia, but so good. Second one, I think I'm gonna have to go with the Tash one, because I have never seen that before, and I would pick that up and read it in an instant. That looks so cool. With third place being, I think that I'm gonna go with the border. It won me back around right at the end. The one with the border and the kids with the animals kind of stacked on top of each other
Oh, yeah.
as my third place.
Right.
And the Narnia's in white this time instead of in black.
Yeah. I think my favorite is like that 70s, like kind of like Aztec,
Yeah, with
like
the
color
step.
pop and vibe. I really like that one. I like watching the start as the world falls down. Second favorite is probably the navy blue sad boy jewel, where he's like kind of looking off with the
up in
little
the
beard.
sky.
Yeah, I really like that one. And then third place, oh, the Chinese one where he's
Yeah.
there's just something
Yeah.
there's something really funny about just being like, bitch, please,
Stop that.
you not doing that. So, yeah.
This was fun. There was a lot more than I thought, to be honest, but I had fun going through them and just like actually looking, because I just was going through and copy paste, like don't really look. So it was fun going through and kind of zooming in and finding all of the weird details that different people chose to illustrate for their covers.
Imagine all the covers that we didn't find.
Yeah,
like,
literally, there's probably so many more. But that's all we have for this bonus episode of Lobster and His Boy. Thank you so much for listening with me, Wyatt, the boy.
and me, Clem, the lobster.
If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach out to us. You can email us at lobsterandhisboy@gmail.com. No capitals, no spaces, no special characters. You could also reach out to us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Lobster and His Boy. Again, no capitals, no spaces, and no special characters. Thank you so much for listening. We have so much fun doing this, and thank you. Bye.
Bye.